Is it a valid expectation to expect Giannis to still win a playoff series?
Who they're playing? Detroit, yes.
The Knicks, Pistons, or Pacers, one of the three.
If they play Detroit, yes.
Second best player in the world. He can.
They play Indiana.
Round one, yeah.
Like, I'm not saying it's make or break, but I'm saying, is it a valid expectation
go to 6-7.
for
Now
saying,
that
Giannis, win us a playoff series because we haven't seen you in the playoffs in years. Win us a playoff series.
for you.
You're healthy. You should be able to do it. I saw Nikola Jokic backpack Austin Rivers and Campazzo to a playoff series
Dame.
win.
The best
so
Dame.
Is it reasonable for me
Giannis
to
can
say,
do that.
Giannis,
Can you beat the best Tyrese Halliburton?
I'm not saying conference finals. I'm not saying NBA finals. Win me a playoff series in the first round.
Beat the best
Is
Halliburton,
that
Kenny?
a reasonable expectation?
Drew, I'm going to ask you because I feel like he's being disrespectful. Can Giannis beat the best version of Halliburton?
Can he beat Halliburton and Siakam?
Can he beat Cade?
Can he beat
and them?
Cade?
Can he beat Cade in them?
He can beat Cade in them.
So he can't beat Halliburton and Siakam?
The Pacers are a very well-rounded team.
I don't disagree,
We'll have to
but
start talking about that legacy.
Giannis, I mean, maybe he averages like 40 and 20 and there's nothing
He
we
really can. Who's guarding him in that
no doubt.
Here's the thing.
And we
He's
can't
going to ball.
critique it.
No, but that's what I'm going to have issue with. He balls.
But what if he's not that great?
But what if he balls and he loses in 5 games?
Not his fault. I'll admit it's not his fault.
All right, that's all I care
but
about.
Should I
But are we
also
gonna-
expect him to win a playoff series for me?
Are we going to give him grace, though, when he's balling and then some of them fourth quarters and them key moments, he's
Context
gawking
always
it up?
matters.
Are we-
Context always matters.
Okay.
And
This
it's in the
His best
fourth
year for mid-range. He's added that
Talk.
component to his
Talk.
game.
'Cause I know you-
because we're trying to find a way
And he
to
stopped taking
belittle
threes.
No,
Giannis.
The
because
things
you
on
love,
offense you can
and
criticize him for,
and it's what
John.
you love to do, and I think it's a bit odd. You love to bring up the regular stats when he played Miami, but you hate, or you don't, talk about how he actually did in the fourth quarters when the game got tight. You love to talk about 35 and 20. 35 and 20.
It was 40 and 20.
And when you look at it just from a box score perspective, it looks magnificent. But then when you remember the game and you remember the fourth quarters and you remember him throwing turnovers, you remember him
The free throw line dog shit.
going to being timid at the free
He
throw
was.
line, even not want to be there. And you're like,
He had
nuts.
24 attempts.
It's not what you want to see from your top guys. All I'm saying.
I'm not going to say it was his best moment in the fourth quarters in that Miami Heat series.
not
Nevertheless,
ideal.
he tried everything that he could. He
did.
exhausted all of his energy
did.
while also being injured to try and overcome. And unfortunately, they fell short. Now, it's fair. I'm not going to say it's not. It's Giannis. You give one of the best players in the world, the top 3, top 2, in some people's eyes, the best player in the world. Not me, but in some people's, the best player in the world's eyes. You should go in there in the first round. You should not lose. So it's fair to have that expectation, but within reason. If in the first round Milwaukee starts to slip and now they have to face Boston, they have to face the Cavaliers, which I don't see that happening, of course.
If Giannis is healthy and they slip, that's a critique on him. They should stay within the top 6 at the very least.
I think the Bucks are not that talented.
Their second best player is a 36-year-old Brook Lopez.
Hey, respect the Bobby Portis. Oh, he's suspended. Is he
Yes.
back yet?
I don't think so.
Because
He's
I'm,
nice.
I'm looking at if they lose in the first round, these playoffs,
Nope.
Giannis would have only won one playoff series since 2021.
Oh, here we go. This way it gets nasty.
2022.
They haven't been healthy.
2022.
at
He won
any point
against
since
the
then.
Bulls.
Yeah, you beat the Bulls in the first round.
We do
No, I know.
not care.
That's the one playoff series.
But
he
I'm
would
saying
have won.
2022. It was
Yeah.
22, not 21.
No, but I'm saying he would have won just one playoff series since
Oh,
2021.
since
Yeah,
2021.
because if he
Understood.
loses, if he wins the playoff series, he'll win 2.
Gotcha.
But if he
with
loses,
you.
it's only one playoff series since 2021.
John,
but you're right. I'm
can't
talking about
forget.
after
I
the
gotcha. I'm with
finals.
you.
Up 3-2 against Boston. Had game 6 in his
Didn't
home.
have Chris Middleton. Second best
Hold
player.
he
on,
was still
hold
up
on.
3-2.
I'm not appreciating this.
still up 3-2.
What did he
This is
do?
some bullshit.
Still
What
up
did he
3-2.
do?
This is
I didn't, wait,
bullshit.
wait,
What
wait,
did he
wait.
do?
Did I?
No, you're talking
did I-
trash. What did he
Joel,
do in that game 6, Rick?
Joel, let me ask you.
Don't piss me
Joel,
off.
Let me ask you a question because obviously these guys.
He's not talking to me
they're getting
for a
emotional.
reason, John.
They're getting emotional. The
Do I
facts
look
are not-
emotional to you?
They're getting emotional. Did I not just bring up the series? Did I
flashing
say he played bad?
No, he didn't.
What
just
does that
brought it
have to
up,
do
right?
with him that they
I just
lost?
brought it up,
Well,
right?
he was up 3-2.
Yeah, that's all
does
I said.
What does that matter?
I'm just saying.
He had 40.
No, listen. I'm saying he was up 3-2 against that Boston team. I think it's fair that we can ask for him to win a first round series.
Okay.
Because he was up
Yes.
3-2. He's
Okay.
like
Yes,
he's been
he's
up.
capable.
Bulls never
That's-
stood a chance in the
All right,
first
I thought
round.
you were
So-
talking trash about him losing that series because you were about to piss me the fuck off.
No. What I was saying is we've seen him have.
I know you
be
take
up-
your slights at Giannis. That's the only reason why I'm in
No,
defense
we've
mode.
seen him be up 3-2.
Look, he's smiling. I
No, I'm
know
not
for a fact you're
smiling.
You can't even look me in the
Because
eyes.
you're tweaking, bro. I'm saying we've
Yeah,
seen
bro.
him up 3-2. against Boston. It was a
Drew
good team.
Holiday shot 30% from 3 that series. Brooke Lopez is coming
What
off
does that
back
have to do with
surgery.
what I'm saying?
Brooke Lopez
No,
is
no.
coming
All
off
right,
back surgery.
John,
Missed
let's
damn
give
near
him
the
John,
entire
let's
year.
give him
He
the
didn't have
benefit
second
of the doubt
best
that
We
he's
are-
not talking about him blowing
We're
the series.
not.
Let's not.
No, what
Go
I'm
ahead.
saying is,
I understand what he's
because I
saying
know
now.
you guys getting emotional about Giannis.
If you say that shit one more time,
and I know you
not
guys.
fucking losing.
I know
Giannis,
you
or look
guys.
objective?
Look, objective. Let's talk objective facts. He was up 3-2. That's a fact. That's a fact.
I hate
Let's talk
you.
a fact
He
too.
was up
It's a
3-2.
fucking miracle. He got that team in 7 games.
He was up 3-2. That's no. When you are that good, it's not a miracle. It's called you're that good. That's a
Exactly.
fact.
Yeah, fair.
That's a fact.
He's
See,
that
don't
good.
don't slight Giannis. Now you're doing it. I'm not slighting Giannis. Keeping it real. He's that good. There's a fact.
I
He
said
was up
that
3-2.
team. That's
So
supporting
Because
John,
he's
I'm
that
here.
good, I think he should win a
I
playoff
agree.
series.
And
Because
I
he's
agree.
that good.
I agree.
He should, in
I
theory,
agree.
Drew
be
was
at
showing like
least. And I'm not look, Drew.
1949.
John Drew. I'm not asking him to win the damn thing. What I'm asking,
one series.
one,
He had no support.
at least go to 6-7. That's all I'm asking.
All right.
If you give me
At
7
least
games,
go to 7. I
you
gotta
give
go to
me
7.
Although
that's-
7 is
can't go-
tricky,
can't
I'm
go
gonna tell you
6.
why 7 is tricky, and 7 is a death sentence because there are people like Joel who have been waiting for a game 7 where in a game 7 you take the best player on the floor by any means, always. And the best player on the floor is probably going to be Giannis. If he loses that game 7,
What if it's
that
Halliburton?
is a team.
What if
You know
it's
the,
Benson?
you know
And
the
that's a
last
tough-
game.
that's
No,
what I'm saying,
you know the
make
last
it-
game 7 Giannis was in. Do you know?
Was it Boston?
No, don't take it. Oh shit!
It was Boston. And Grant Williams played well.
Damn it! I
What's
was
the one
thinking
before?
2021
Now,
against the Nets.
This Bucks,
Damn it! I hate that for him.
Nope, it
this
was-
Bucks lineup. I thought we should go over it when we're talking about Giannis when the playoff
sucks.
series. Kevin Porter Jr. or Ryan Rollins at point guard.
Hilarious.
Torian Prince at the 2, who they
He's
got on
shooting
a
really
1-year
well.
deal.
Not terrible.
Yep.
Could
Kyle
be worse.
Kuzma at
That's
the 3,
real.
who was
Yes.
given away for
Torian
free.
Prince is better than Kyle Kuzma.
Did you see the
Yes.
team
Battle
LeBron
of
carried to the
mid on
2007 finals?
What's
What
up?
did he just say?
Did you
Put
see
up
the
LeBron.
Did you see the team LeBron carried to the 2007 finals?
Yeah.
I'm not asking for a finals,
Is
but I'm
that-
asking for a playoff series win.
That
I
Eastern
said,
Conference versus the Eastern
John,
Conference.
John,
Do you
John.
remember the Kobe team that was up 3-1 in the Suns
And-
that he dragged to the playoffs? All we are asking for.
I'm
All we
saying,
are asking for.
and
is
I'm
they win that series?
agreeing.
Well, they choked because what Kobe did. He wanted to choke. Remember that.
Give
Never
me a
forget.
semblance of
Wanna
faith
go to
that
Chicago.
you can actually win the series. If the Bucks get smoked out in 5,
4.
oof.
Giannis will never get swept.
Ryan Rollins or Kevin
Whoa,
Porter
he
Jr.
didn't win against Miami.
They
They
got
won.
a game.
He
They
didn't
won.
get a game.
He played in the first game.
He did not get a game.
He was in the
The game they won was not game 1. It
I
was
know.
game 2.
I know.
It's
did.
okay. He got
but he
swept.
played in the series.
If he plays in game 2, they wins. I'm not worried.
They
about
won
that.
already.
Kevin Porter Jr. or Ryan Rollins, Torian Prince, Kyle Kuzma,
It's
and
how
Brook Lopez
Washington's
at
doing?
37.
John, I'm going to say this
We know the roster's
because
terrible.
I don't fear no man. Giannis Antetokounmpo will win a playoff series.
There we go.
I'm going to stamp that.
Don't forget Gary Trent and AJ Green.
No.
Hey, Gary Trent.
John, we don't have to talk about it.
AJ Green-
It goes unspoken.
That's where it ends.
John,
40% from 3, and that's all you got.
we all are aware of the Bucks situation.
So even if they play the Knicks, you guarantee it. You just said that. No, you just said that.
I mean, look at their interior defense.
You
I mean,
said
he's
it.
going
I'm
up against Cat.
He should kill Cat.
He's going to ball. I'm
Cat
just going to
might
say
foul out
this.
of
What's
Very
ball?
game.
Like, what's the efficiency?
He's going to average 35 points, 12,
35,
13
14,
rebounds.
What's the
6.5.
efficiency?
He's going to
57% from the field,
Minimum.
and he's not going to take a 3. He's just
minimum.
Only two
Minimum
is
from the
35
field,
games.
Give me
55.
Give me an EFG number. We're big on
No,
that.
how
I
about
don't give a shit.
let's go true shooting. I'll say true
you
shooting.
sure you
62.
want that from him?
Yes,
The free throws add on, Yeah,
it's
you
true.
know what I'm saying? I thought
EFG, good looks. 57.
Bet.
Right now, the Bucks are the 6th seed. They would play the Knicks.
I told you they're,
They're
slipping.
only
they're
they're
bad.
Only, they're
You said
half.
guaranteed.
They're half a
don't wanna
game
see
back
that.
from the Pistons, but there's no way they slip to 7. The Hawks are like 6 games behind them.
There's no way.
So the Pistons right now, they're 18 games behind the first seed. The Bucks are 18 and a half. So
That's a
it's a
half
half game lead. If they get the 5th seed and they play the Pacers, it is reasonable for me to think that he can beat the Pacers.
Why? We agreed the Pacers are third best
They are
team
awesome.
in the
But
East.
Giannis is so far. If Giannis dominates that series, can he not dominate that series?
No, he will.
He will.
He will.
He will. Okay.
He's
What
the
if he
best
doesn't?
player in the world.
There's no world that doesn't happen.
Okay.
It's Giannis.
Talk.
Okay, it's Giannis. He will go out there and he will
Playoff
dominate.
rise.
This really is
He
Jokic.
is.
This is Jokic
He
in
is.
2022.
Yeah.
Jokic 2022.
This is Giannis right now is Jokic.
Yes.
In 20, but Jokic in
yeah,
2022
if
had
only
maybe a little more
Giannis
help.
had, no, if Giannis had the luxury of playing the fucking Portland
AJ
Trail
no,
No,
AJ
remember
had
2022. We
a
caught
little
you.
more-
He played Steph. Caught you. Lying.
Okay,
Lying.
2021.
I don't know what
That's the
happened.
playoff series that he
missed
won.
that.
He didn't win a playoff series in 22.
He brought up 22.
No, he didn't. In
He
20,
didn't win a
Nuggets.
playoff series in
But he
22.
played
he
the
said
He won a playoff
championship.
series in 21.
Yeah, Jokic won.
He meant in
21.
21.
21 and Dame is better than Hallie.
Don't fucking play me with that fucking Portland Trailblazers team.
They better than them.
They
No,
scored
they're
162
not.
points
Yes,
last
they
night.
are.
No, they were not.
They were the
I don't know
third
what
seed.
they're on about.
I
The
don't
Nuggets-
give a flying
the
Dame,
fuck.
The Nuggets
that
were
was
the
the best
sixth seed.
Dame we've ever
100%.
seen.
And Dame balled.
And he beat Dame.
I understand that.
So is it reasonable for us to say Giannis go beat him?
It's bigger than just him, though.
It was bigger than just Dame.
Who's the second best player on the fucking Portland
CJ
Trailblazers?
McCollum.
And he wasn't that good.
Oh.
Was CJ even on that team in 21,
Yeah,
or was he
was
on
20
the?
he was 20 per game
Next
scorer.
year he was
No,
good.
what? No, next year it was the following that he was on the Pelicans. Are we sure?
Yes, yes.
Positive, 'cause
All right.
he
Dame
had a
averaged
collapsed lung the
34.
next
He was a
year.
god.
You're questioning
Dame
me?
averaged 34 and 10. This
Don't
is their
question
team. This is their team. It wasn't that bad.
All right.
It was good.
Dame, CJ, Norman Powell,
was cool.
Yusuf Nurkic,
They
he averaged
just- no
13 and 10.
defense.
Carmelo, Robert
Empty
Covington,
shit
and
off the
bench. Off the bench.
Anthony Simons off the
It
bench.
was just no
This
defense.
is so.
It
This
was
is
just-
so
it's-
underwhelming.
You want me to name you the Nuggets
is
roster?
underwhelming. I know it was dog
Jokic,
shit.
MPJ,
Yes.
Monte Morris, Aaron Gordon,
No, that's
Austin Rivers,
nuts.
Campazzo.
All right. They got some
Hey, no,
constants
Aaron
here.
Gordon
I
that
know,
year,
he wasn't
first
that
year.
good.
No,
He
I
wasn't that
remember what
good.
you told me.
It's
No,
true.
Monte Morris averages 15 in this series.
Yeah,
Shout out
nuts.
to him.
No, that's the problem.
What do you mean he's a playoff riser?
No,
Jokic
Portland's
merchant.
defense was just so
It was
bad.
dog shit. Exactly.
have-
And it's Jokic who just won an MVP.
Yeah, Giannis MVP. You tell us.
He's
Two
still
times.
one of the best in the world.
Talk. He should be there.
I have ultimate
Indiana
respect.
is a good team.
I
I have ultimate respect
They're a better team.
for Indiana. And I think they are a better team all around than the Bucks, of course.
comfortably.
That year, Jokic carried the Nuggets to the 3rd seed, if I'm not mistaken.
That was 6.
And the Blazers were the 6th seed.
No, Blazers were 3rd.
I'm trying to understand it as much as possible because
What are you talking about?
Blazers were 3rd.
no, Nuggets were 3rd seed.
Oh, so
I'm looking
Blazers
at it
were
right
6th.
now. Blazers were
You
6th.
fucking lied.
I remember
No, whoa.
You fucking lied.
How'd I lie?
You said the Blazers were the 3rd seed. You
I
fucking
think he's
lied.
thinking
they were the
2019.
6th seed. They were
I think he's
6th seed.
thinking
I
2019.
They were 6th seed.
guessed.
Yeah,
That's what
they
I
were the
guessed.
6th seed.
Good
So
guess.
looking
You said
at
CJ
looking
wasn't
at
on the
that
team.
series and looking at that
he
season,
was traded the next season.
was
That's
traded
on
next
me.
season.
I
Yeah.
remember in that playoff series and that season before it started, I said I think the Blazers are going to upset Denver because Denver wasn't that good that
And
year.
I stood 10, and I was the only one on the show to say I'm riding with the Nuggets and I'm riding with the MVP.
Talk.
What am I doing here again in 2025?
So you're
I don't know.
riding with Giannis and you're riding with the former MVP
I'm
if
not
they play
gonna
the
say
Pacers.
all
So
that.
you're not keeping the same
What
energy.
I am keeping the same energy that he's going to go out there and ball.
You're not riding with the
The
MVP
only
though.
issue is he doesn't even have an MPJ.
So
Are
you're
you
telling me
fucking
to
kidding me?
Who's
Aaron
his
Gordon.
MPJ? Exactly. He
It's
doesn't
Brook
even have an
Lopez.
Aaron
It's Brook
Gordon.
Lopez, but he's
Aaron
It's
Gordon in
36.
Yeah.
2021.
He's
Yeah, he was there.
36.
I'm saying he was there, but he ain't far off from Brooklyn.
Kyle Kuzma, Loki this year is just as good as that year Aaron Gordon.
Kyle Kuzma's been
Jesus Christ.
passed around like
Is that
a
cap?
used-
Yes!
You might have capped.
Kyle
Kyle Kuzma's actually
is
like
one
he-
of
He's
the
one of the
biggest
bottom 5
negatives.
worst basketball.
Kyle Kuzma been around the whole league. Everyone getting a fucking shot at Kyle Kuzma. My
Oh my
fault,
God,
my
he's
fault, my
cooking.
fault. I'm sorry.
No,
That was
keep
rude.
going,
That was rude.
John.
That was rude.
Kyle
Keep going.
Kuzma
Curse, and I want to curse.
He's like a top 600
They've been
player.
going around
That
the
year
entire
on
league.
Denver,
You
Aaron
want
Gordon
Kyle
averaged
Kuzma?
10
Hell no.
points.
Next goal.
He averaged 10 points and 5 rebounds.
What his
What are you
defense?
talking about?
Aaron Gordon that year.
Aaron
It
Gordon
was
was
the
solid
next
for
year he averaged 15,
Here's the
but
thing.
that year he averaged 10.
You're looking at numbers. Aaron Gordon wasn't a negative. Kyle Kuzma's a legit negative. He's a negative. Like for every team he played on except the Lakers. Negative. He's not good.
When he
He's
first got to
awful.
Washington, he was
He
good.
did a layup, and he did a turnaround spin layup, and everybody just looked at him like confused, like he's just like bad.
Can I just say, and
He
it's
just don't got nowhere.
the last thing I
He
want
had
to
it?
say on this.
What if Kyle Kuzma averages 20?
He was the third best player in the championship team.
They're winning this
They
fucking
win-
finals.
they-
Fuck. If Kyle Kuzma averages 20, they're winning the finals.
he averages 20,
They're winning the finals. Like what? If Kyle Kuzma's giving you 20,
Well,
they're winning the
inefficient-
finals.
Not Antoine Walker.
Brother,
20,
no.
Efficient 20.
I don't even think he gives you an inefficient 20 in the playoffs. That's how bad he is. He's so bad.
Well, you got 20 shots, you get 20 points.
20, he's not getting 20 points with 20 shots.
If
he
they,
needs 40.
the Bucks
shots.
are not allowing.
Yeah, it's-
they're not allowing
NBA
Kuzma to
player,
take
40
20 attempts.
40 shots.
Brother, he's getting benched before he gets to 40 shots.
I want to say this: the Pacers are a really good team. They are a sleeping giant.
So they can only
Definition
beat
of
the
very good?
Pistons.
Pistons. I
They
agree.
can only beat the Pistons.
You're saying the Bucks.
The Bucks.
I agree. We're here. We're understanding
That's
together.
disrespectful to the Pistons, I feel like.
That's disrespectful to Giannis. He's the best player in the world.
I don't
No,
think
but
so,
the
how
thing
young
is,
they are.
he's going up against teams. It's just him.
Oh, interesting.
What?
I'm just
What's in? No, explain how it's
just
interesting.
assessing the situation.
Explain how it's interesting.
I'm just assessing.
There's
the
going to be
situation.
no home court advantage that the Nuggets have. There's going to be no second best player. There's going to be, I guess we have the third best player because Brook Lopez, he's 36.
Dude is really scared of Halliburton and Siakam.
No, I'm scared of the
Giannis as a
Knicks
Giannis
right
guy.
now.
Striking
I'm
fear.
scared
They
of
did
the
go to
Knicks right
conference
now.
finals.
The Knicks are the third seed.
Here you
Who?
go. Pacers.
Yes.
I'm not going to say anything on that run. I'm just going to.
I mean,
and
They
they
gave
got
the
better.
Celtics
John,
the
John,
toughest
John.
match.
To emphasize
4
that
games.
point, they got better from last year.
Mavericks went to 5 with Luka Doncic. So
Who?
the Mavericks went to 5 with Luka Doncic. So
That's a Mavericks problem.
Yeah, it's also Highland Pacers matchup, but the best team in the NBA better. So, anyways,
Sure. You want to highlight a fluke run? Go ahead, John. Knock yourself out.
Am I angry at you guys?
guys talking about fluke run, they're better this year. Anyways,
He's talking.
Well, last year it was a fluke run, was it not?
Dame got them to 6 last year against the Pacers.
might have been.
Dame alone. He got Middleton. played
Alone
well.
by himself.
He averaged
Did Giannis
31.
play?
Giannis did not play. And Brook Lopez averaged 18
Thanks, John.
in that series.
You heard
He
that,
played
John?
well.
You didn't
Here's the
hear it?
thing. Giannis
Did you hear that?
Giannis can. So if Giannis brings them to 6 and they lose, you're cool.
Dame just got him to 6. Giannis can't win.
Can't win.
Like, what are we doing? Obviously, they got
better.
They got
They're
yes.
better.
Yes, they got better.
And Halliburton
Chris
is better
Middleton went crazy.
this year
they
than
also
last.
they got internally better.
Who's better? Halliburton 23, Halliburton 24.
No, this Hallie now.
Okay, Siakam 23, Siakam 24.
Honestly, he's like the same.
No, it's not.
He's
He's,
like the
he's
same.
slightly better. He's slightly better.
Nothing
We're
crazy.
picking-
Nothing.
we're
No
splitting
crazy.
hairs,
No crazy.
Healthy
Benedict
Mathurin.
Mathurin,
Got better.
Defense
Miles
better.
Turner,
Same guy.
the bench.
He's always having the same
Same
guy.
guy.
He's always
Same
been the same
He
guy.
is. I'm not gonna say
Been the
you're
same
wrong.
guy for like a decade.
You're
Same
not
guy.
wrong.
They
But
don't have
Benedict
Isaiah
Mathurin.
Jackson.
No Isaiah
Didn't
Jackson
get hurt,
stings. No
unfortunately.
Isaiah Jackson stings.
Jared
Still
Nembhard's
got Obi
playing better,
topping
though.
off the bench. Nemhard's offense is definitely not what you anticipated, but his defense is to the moon.
Elite
Oh yeah, he's not gonna have to guard anybody in this series.
He's not.
Yeah, so he's straight.
If Dame got them to 6, give me 7. Give me 7.
All right.
Give me 7.
I'm guaranteeing you.
Give me 7.
I'm guaranteeing
I'm gonna tell you
a
this.
Giannis masterclass in the series. I'm guaranteeing multiple wins. I can see him winning.
If Giannis don't beat the Pistons, you're done, buddy.
I agree, but he's going to do
They're
it.
not going to play them, probably. No.
Shit.
I'm hoping he plays the Pacers. That's a rivalry
You're done.
right there.
Yeah.
And
Can you pick a fucking side?
I'm picking
Haven't
my
been
side.
today.
What side? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Are you pro Giannis or not?
I'm middle of the pack.
And you're not picking a side.
that's
That's the
not-
most
that's
obvious
anti-Giannis.
talk.
I don't have a pro. I'm cool.
I know
Like,
John is anti-Giannis. He talked about it last time he was in the playoffs that he held them back.
Whoa.
Is this true?
I didn't say Not
We
true.
got
why
him,
would
y'all.
He did not got
Why would you allow yourself
I'm
to be
not lying.
incriminated?
John, tell
I-
the truth.
I said it was a disaster and a brutal collapse against the Heat, in which Giannis was hurt for 3 of those games, 2 of those games.
Thank you.
No,
All
no,
right,
no, no,
context.
no.
It,
No,
it
no, no,
allows
no.
And
context.
Giannis
Context.
did play poorly, but I
In the
will
fourth.
use context. He played very poorly in the fourth quarter, but I do think I kind of overlooked the fact he was coming off a back
Thank you,
injury
John.
just a little bit. But
Self-awareness.
So wait. So hold on. Question. Just a question. I'm not
gonna
attacking.
see.
I would
Hold
love
up.
for you guys to just
I don't,
answer
wanna,
my
I
question.
don't even want to
John-
see a smirk on
John-
your
John-
face.
Bucks.
I would also like you to answer this question. So you guys praise him for the 40 and 20. That matters. Injured 40 and 20. But when it's now the injured, I play like shit moments,
It's
he's
the
injured.
fourth quarter.
I'm actually.
Let me ask you.
I'm
Let me
just
ask you. No,
asking.
and let me
Team
ask
was
you a
down.
question.
So
Can I ask you a question?
Instead of
Oh, so I can't ask you a question. You can ask me a question.
Instead of answering my question with the question like female,
I said he was
Answer
hurt.
my
Yes.
question.
That was a shot.
That was a shot.
Answer
Shout out
my
to
question.
the 1% of women that watch us. Anyways, let me ask you a
what's
question.
up, bro?
In the fourth quarter of their 2021 run,
That was against who?
just in the playoffs,
Okay.
who was the closer?
Chris Middleton.
I don't
Okay.
think there's nothing
Where the
there.
fuck was Chris Middleton in 2023?
Sometimes when the
Did they
sometimes
have
no.
anything of a resemblance of Chris Middleton in 2023?
2024, there's life.
So wait.
He went
So you're
crazy.
telling me you're
I
Yeah, no. Let me answer your question. My fault. Let me
Thank
not
you.
be a contradiction and let me answer
you.
your question.
Thank you.
Nothing there.
On and off. It wasn't consistent.
Thank you.
It wasn't consistent.
All I'm just gonna say is he had someone they could rely on in 21
To be the best
while he was dogging.
Yes.
He was going stupid
Yep.
in Game 6, 50 in a closeout.
Game 5.
Game 6, 50 in a closeout. Giannis Antetokounmpo. And against the
Suns.
Suns. We're here. 2021.
Yes.
4 straight wins.
In 2023, in the NBA Finals. Stop that.
Against Chris
Stop
Paul,
that.
top 5 point guard of all time.
Stop that.
I'm giving him
No, you're not.
acknowledgement.
Chris Paul's
something
against
about
first
you right
Why
now.
are you
Giannis
yelling
will
at me
take
if I'm
that.
giving him a
It didn't
clap?
seem. No, it seems.
It's
It
very-
seems
it is-
backhanded. It
No,
doesn't seem
the Suns
sincere.
were an incredible team. I agree
You don't
with
mean
you.
that.
He's
You don't
bullshitting.
mean
No,
that.
I'm
And you know what, Riv? You're
You don't
pissing
mean
me the
that.
fuck
No.
off.
You don't
and I'm
mean
done
that
with
shit.
this
60
debate.
wins, 55 wins. Devin Booker, Chris Paul, Mikal Bridges. Who was guarding Giannis in that series? It was a great
DeAndre
defense.
Ayton.
Jay Crowder and DeAndre Ayton. That's incredible. I'm giving him acknowledgement. That's awesome.
He's 30% serious.
Yeah,
and 70%
that's
fucking
that's
around.
dope, man. 50 in the closeout against the Suns.
In the finals, you know, you're
the
really
finals.
disgusting. You're really disgusting.
Okay.
Because let it
His
be Paul
reality
George.
says it out
Where the
loud
fuck
more
is
and
Paul
more.
George's finals appearance?
Okay, you guys ready? Okay,
That's it.
Mr.
Have
John
nothing for
Tortorelli,
that.
April
no.
29th,
John,
2023.
no, John.
If Kawhi Durant just choked the way Giannis did, the NBA would be crucifying him. I just can't believe how people are defending him so much.
He did lose to an 8 seed.
You fucking traitor.
No, I'm not.
Okay, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this.
John.
April 28th, 2023.
Yeah.
Giannis deserves the most blame for the Bucks' loss. They were 1-1 without him. Their offense went AWOL when ran through him in 4
did.
and 5. Giannis was 1 for 13 in the fourth in both those two games. Number 1, Tyler Hero played
This
19
ain't
minutes
facts.
all series. Number 2, Bam played through a
Damn, John.
hamstring injury.
did.
I don't get how
tweeted all this?
This is what John
Apparently.
said.
I don't
don't get how
I
people.
must have blacked out or
I
something,
don't get how
honestly.
people want to skip past how bad he looked on both ends. Giannis was actually 2 for 13 on the field. And then somebody said, I see what you're getting at, but the biggest thing is the Bucks shouldn't have needed Giannis this series. And then John responded, the best player on the floor sets the tone for his teammates. They follow his lead offensively. I blame Bud for not having him help and recover defensively on Jimmy.
Got him! Got him!
There was a lot of different things.
You just
going
got
on.
exposed. Oh my God.
John, I'm embarrassed that I'm in the heat of battle with you by my side, and this
You
is
stabbed him in the back.
this is.
If you guys ever
concrete-
watched Game of Thrones, you pulled a Theon Greyjoy,
kind of a little bit.
and you completely
Theon
you
Greyjoy.
completely stabbed Rob in the back, man. I'm Rob Stark, man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
One thing that
Tyrion.
Joel Dales talks about a lot
Oh my goodness.
He was waiting for this moment.
is a man's ability to grow. Now, Joel took 7
Nuts.
minutes there to surf that, and everything that he said, I blacked out, but it was mostly facts. It
John,
was,
and now you're
it
gonna
was
you're gonna
deep.
stand by it.
No, but as Joel Dales would say, a man can grow. It is true that he went
make it
2 of
grow.
13 in the fourth quarter in those 2 games. And defensively, I reflected, Bud would not have him switch on the Jimmy. He wouldn't have him. He was basically that entire series a non-factor on defense. And in that moment in time, I was a lot more critical of a team star player. But in the last 2.5 years, I've grown a lot. I've matured a fair bit. And looking back and reflecting the time since, I think I've grown personally as well. And in that time, I've realized, while I tweeted that, I was wrong, but I was still acknowledging fair statistics. These happened, in fact. But looking back now, I think I was wrong to say he was the sole reason why they lost. There's a variety of things.
No, you didn't say his soul. You said he
But me.
deserves the biggest blame.
I think I put a lot of criticism on the star and the best player. And I think looking back now, I would not do that today.
Of course.
But I've grown a lot. I was 18, 19 years
Now
old.
you're 21, 22, 25.
So I think, look,
I'm
What?
John.
What?
I'm genuinely. I'm hurt.
Yeah, man.
happened, and-
Theon Greyjoy, man.
it happened and a man can grow.
This guy's name is Reek now.
You stabbed him in the back, man.
Listen,
He was in the thick of war with you.
I was deciding facts in film.
Oh, I'm with you. We also.
He was pulling up a tweet. It was a 2
It sounds like you're more with
He
us.
he watched the film. That's
He
what I'm
watched the
saying.
film.
He
Drew, he watched the
but-
film.
It wasn't a hot take. It was
Looking
analysis
back now, I
based.
think I was wrong to say he was the main reason why.
You wasn't wrong. You were just a little hard. You was a little hard.
I was very critical. And
But
I
you should
wouldn't
have
be
been.
that.
It was rough.
I wanted, yeah.
The film was rough. He's
The
still
only
good.
thing that's winning
He
me
was hurt.
back
He-
is
I
him
didn't-
saying that he acknowledges what he said was wrong.
The
And I agree.
issue, he was hurt. He was coming back off injury. I
Correct.
didn't acknowledge that.
And I appreciate that, John. That takes real growth, real self-awareness to realize when you're wrong.
A man can't grow. Is that new?
Does it hurt that is still public information? Yes, John, that hurts.
Don't delete that, John.
I don't delete nothing. I still
Don't delete that, John. I screenshotted it anyway, just in case. I
I've got some
screenshotted.
receipts of yours too. Be careful, dog.
Hey, maybe you might have the receipts, but the way that you politicked around your receipt, I might do the same thing. I might learn something from you.
Yeah, he was politicking.
You learned something from him because he's done that plethora of times on this fucking show.
But in my defense,
Here we go.
everything that he tweeted was stats, data, and film. It wasn't. It was.
You
a
saw exactly
subjective-
what we saw.
It was a subjective. But
Don't
here's
piss
the
me
thing.
off. So
It
he's the
was-
idea.
It was.
No. So he's the idea.
I don't agree with that.
John,
So he's the
what
idea.
you said was
Joel, one
objective.
second. I apologize.
No.
So he's the idea.
Nope.
So what the hell is he then?
It was objective, but it was biased.
So what the hell is he
He's the
then?
third best player in the world. To me.
He's better than Shaq.
Who?
Shaq's had a better season.
Nah, I'll put Shea over him.
Nah, Shea's better.
But it's a conversation. Like, if you put Giannis over, I don't care. He's top 3. Like 3, top 4.
So now he's dropping to 4 now.
If then people still love Luka.
John, it's just I remember when you tweeted that, I read it and I agreed with you, and I feel like you
agreed with you too,
had
John.
a lot of objectivity
You're
in
pissing
it,
me off.
and
A lot of bias in it, too.
was bad. And listen, no,
And the issue was that-
it wasn't biased. You want to know
Don't
why?
try to flip now.
Because
I was biased in overlooking the fact he was coming off a bad.
no, you all right, but yes, you also want to know something though. They had the same amount of possessions with Giannis on the court versus off. Their offensive rating with him off was 121, with him on was 108. They were 13 points worse offensively in that series with Giannis. So what you were looking at was objectively a fact. They were worse offensively with Giannis on the court.
I'm giving him a pass.
He was
series.
hurt.
Yeah.
In that series,
gets
I'm
a
not
pass
saying
for me.
overall, the Bucks are worse with Giannis. No, obviously not. In that series specifically, the results,
He was hurt.
they were worse on offense.
So Luka can be hurt. Jamal Murray can be hurt. Tyrese Halliburton can be hurt.
Luka was hurt and
But
led it to the
God
finals.
fucking bid. Giannis Antetokounmpo is
Talk to
hurt.
him.
No,
Talk to him.
they were worse with him on
Talk
the
to
court.
him. Yo, he not being consistent. Talk to him.
Talk to me.
I've never seen
Because he was
seen
running about
ever,
the Dallas Luka.
I've never seen ever any of these top end stars, superstars, Jokic, SGA doesn't have a big sample size. Jokic, Tatum, Luka, their offenses ever in any sample in the playoffs be better with them off the court.
Giannis has gotten better since then.
He is.
This is a fun, cute conversation.
No,
Stop
you
taking-
are
cut out
really
threes, he's
on
gotten way
notice.
better
Yo,
mid-range.
what-
You're on notice.
What? I didn't
We're
say
done.
anything.
We're done.
Wait,
Done.
Wait, done.
Done.
Yo, did I say that?
Johnny boy.
I don't ever want to hear
If
another.
anything, you two are done.
How am I done?
No, because he
It does
Oh,
seem
between
like
the two
I'm
of us?
purgatory. So
somebody did to you
he apologized, and that goes a long way with me.
after lying to you.
try my best.
You did lie to me.
If you really look
You
back
lied
at
to me bad.
Drew, if you look back at it, he lied to you, jumped in the war with you, knowing he lied to you, and then Joel had to correct him like, yo, no, bro, you're on the wrong side of the war. You're actually with us.
But what if the informant has the other guy's back?
You're a snake.
It's just not getting better.
You just admitted you're a snake. What are you talking
Now, but he turned double agent for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for you.
After he
biased
stabbed you in the
takes.
back and then realized he fucked up. So now he had to run back to you like, no, bro, I'm with you. I just made some errors.
He was
back
actually
in
a
my
double
day.
agent for you
Yeah,
guys.
it's listen, John, you were here with us. That's all that matters to me.